This is part 34 of Link Between Worlds, and this part will be finishing up the Dark Palace.
Yeah.
I almost said Palace of Darkness.
You're forgetting the parts, you're forgetting the dungeons.
Yeah, I almost said Palace of Darkness. Just
taking on the Gemesaur King at the very end, which is a very good boss. We'll talk about that guy when we get there.
We did mention this. We are going to do a lot of backtracking in this part.
We are.
Because we are going to get some treasure chests that we couldn't get earlier. But we're also going to work our way up to this top level we haven't been to yet.
Yeah.
And get lights to shine down to the lower levels that we have been to.
Which is one thing, I really do like how they use that concept of light shining down all the way to the bottom.
Me too.
But was it pain because you had to go all the way up to the top and then come all the way back down to the bottom.
And if you forget one of these little cracked platforms to blow up to let the light
yes, you gotta go all the way back up. Which you can't use that warp. You saw us use that warp. Yeah. That helps out a little bit, but just it's one of those dungeons where they have a main mid floor. You gotta go back and forth between the top and I guess you could say the basement. I don't know if it's actually a basement or not in this game. It says B1, so
And we will be spending a lot of time in this room too, but I was a big fan of these rotating doors. It felt like a secret passage in cartoons, where it's a bookshelf rotates around or something like that.
I love the colors on top of the wall. I mean, we've seen the gems in this gemstones, I guess you want to call it?
That's good enough.
We've seen those throughout this dungeon, but there's quite a bit. And
just a whole row of them, yeah.
And I love, this is the first time a dungeon where we've been falling to these little areas that we've seen earlier in the dungeon.
Yep. And I guess
to get 60 rupees.
60 rupees.
Or something, 70 maybe.
And I really like, speaking of those rotating doors, the symbol that you're seeing on the walls there when the light's not shining.
Really throughout the entire, right by that door was the same image right there.
I'm just a big fan of that emblem. For one, it does kind of tell you where there's some...
it tells you what the boss is going to look like.
And it's also
here in a second, so...
Yeah, we'll be meeting him here before too long.
Now, one thing I didn't like is, you can kind of see two rooms on each side of that main room we just came into right there.
Yeah.
One of these rooms they're pretty much the same room, and one you don't even use if you don't need to. So it's I like when, we do waste rooms in dungeons, but I like a dungeon, where every room is, valuable.
At least it adds something.
It's part of the pathway, whereas right here... You kind of see that top left room is kind of a waste.
It really is. That's kind of funny. There's been a couple times in this dungeon.
You see that punk? You see that punk light Guinea right there?
He gets you.
That guy I was trying to get here. It was what I was trying to do. Now, if I could have walked through there, I would have timed that perfectly right there.
Now, this is I actually like this challenge here.
I do too.
Spoiler, this is how we get the Master Ore in the next room, which you're going to see in 2 seconds anyway.
It's not really a spoiler. Was it a spoiler if it happens 3 seconds later?
I don't think so.
But actually, I do want to say something. I don't know if this is true or not, but I have heard that on the south side, which is opposite side, there's also another one of those doors. I don't know if there's a door there that's flips like that. But I have heard, like I said, don't know. I've never done it. But I've heard there's a gold rupee on the bomb side of that area.
That would be pretty cool.
Where you got to do the kind of same thing right there.
Yeah.
And then the door flips, and then you go in there and get a gold rupee. But like I said,
I guess we never really go over there, though.
No, we don't. Like I said, I've never even seen that door flip right there.
I couldn't tell you.
Something for playing this game, something maybe to check out right there.
I mean, yeah, gold rupee's never a bad thing to get.
No, heck no, definitely. Dude, gold rupees are awesome in this game.
Now, I really like how these, obviously you've seen us blow up some of these windows to open them up. It's you can kind of tell right there, they're boarded. There's just 3 or 4 boards across it. I think it's a great little visual effect.
By the way, I don't know if you saw me walk under my bomb, but I totally did get nailed by that bomb right there. I guess I thought going under it would save me. No.
Yeah, it's a great. I don't think.
But going back to your boarded windows, that's just a little detail right there that obviously with the technology they were able to do with this game, maybe not so much with Link to the Past, but just little detail that they really did not have to do right there.
Yeah, so it's we get the cracked floors and everything that we're used to seeing, but then getting something like that is again a nice little update.
I think this is my favorite dark dungeon that we ever had in Zelda game.
Of any Zelda game?
Of any Zelda game, yeah. We usually get sort of a dark one in every Zelda game, I guess. You could probably consider the Palace of... not Palace of Darkness. Oh, yeah. Palace of Darkness. Palace of Twilight's what I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
The Palace of Twilight's kind of a dark dungeon. We get some of them in other Zelda games, but...
Shadow Temple type thing.
Yeah, Shadow Temple. Well, that's not really dark, it's more creepy than dark.
True,
but
true.
This is by far my favorite one. Now, like I guess now that I think about it, there's really not a lot of them. But
we just really hate them when they are.
yeah, so yeah, exactly.
I liked that approach to the boss there, where we finally got all 4 of the eyes lit up, and the walkway opens up.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned this. How about the torches around the outside?
And then the gems on the outside, and then just in a very dark dungeon, a very colorful boss.
I thought that it made for it went along so well with the bright like gemstones, like you mentioned, on the railings and the walkways earlier. I thought it made for a very good contrast to the dark dungeon.
Even though we're on the boss, I want to bring up something you just mentioned. Like you talked about the room, like leading up to this boss. In this game, we've had a lot of great rooms leading up to the bosses.
It just adds something. It makes it feel that much more important.
Now with this guy, since you got the temper sword upgrade, this guy really is a lot easier than if you obviously would have faced him earlier in the game. And a lot of the bosses that we're going to get throughout the rest of the game are kind of going to be like that.
I was actually a big fan of this boss.
Love him.
Like, he moves around really quick. Like I said, I like how like colorful he is for a dark dungeon. Even in the darkness, he's glowing that purple smoke or whatever you want to call it. And then his roar.
That takes out the lights or the torches. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's my favorite in the game, but I do rank him very, very high.
He's pretty high. I was a big fan as well. And if he does some damage. You saw us dodge him a few times by merging into the walls.
Which is a smart way to do this.
It's the best way to do it, because he comes at you very fast.
And you can see that he's pretty big, so he's very hard to dodge in this little room right here.
He's got a pretty good tail whip, but that may have been in the first stage of the fight that gets you too. But
I thought it was just a great flashback to Link to the Past boss. Very similar. We had the Gemesaur King. And Link to the Past, so very similar, just a little bit updated, but just a really strong boss. And I think a lot of people love the Gemesaur King in Link to the Past also.
And I like seeing that that like helmet that was covering up the painting too. There at the end,
I wasn't paying attention to that.
It just crumbled and fell apart, and the painting fell off the wall. And guess who we're saving right now?
Goalie. Yo, his parents been looking for him forever, and then we finally found him.
I know, it's like, thank goodness.
Which you kind of hinted at a couple parts ago. You're saying like, maybe Goalie, because he's disappeared, he maybe has a bigger mission. And then right here we see what that mission is.
Yeah, his mission was to annoy his parents and make them worried about him disappearing.
You would think, well, actually, he doesn't know that he was he calls him a 7th sage.
Yeah.
But he didn't know, so...
Well, he was trapped in a painting,
Yeah, so you really can't tell your parents. Yuka, can you hold on a second? Yuka, I gotta tell my parents.
I gotta call home.
I gotta tell your parents that you're gonna put me in a painting.
I gotta get permission I'm staying over. This wraps up part 34 of A Link Between Worlds.